A daylily is a flowering plant in the genus Hemerocallis, H. Gardening enthusiasts and professional horticulturalists have long bred daylily species for their attractive flowers. Thousands of cultivars have been registered by local and international Hemerocallis societies. Hemerocallis is now placed in families Antheraceae, subfamily Hemerocallidoidea, but formerly was part of Liliaceae. Description: Daylilies are perennial plants, whose name alludes to the flowers, which typically last no more than 24 hours. The flowers of most species open in early morning and wither during the following night, possibly replaced by another one on the same scape the next day. Some species are night-blooming. Daylilies are not commonly used as cut flowers for formal flower arranging, yet they make good cut flowers otherwise, as new flowers continue to open on cut stems over several days. Hemerocallis is native to Eurasia, including China, Korea, and Japan, and this genus is popular worldwide because of the showy flowers and hardiness of many kinds. There are over 60,000 registered cultivars. Hundreds of cultivars have fragrant flowers, and more scented cultivars are appearing more frequently in northern hybridization programs. Some cultivars rebloom later in the season, particularly if the capsules, in which seeds are developing, are removed. Most kinds of daylilies occur as clumps, each of which has leaves, a crown, flowers, and roots. The long, linear lanceolate leaves are grouped into opposite fans with arching leaves. The crown is the small white portion between the leaves and the roots. Along the scape of some kinds of daylilies, small leafy proliferations form at nodes or in bracts. A proliferation forms roots when planted and is often an exact clone of its parent plant. Many kinds of daylilies have thickened roots in which they store food and water. A normal, single daylily flower has 3 petals and 3 sepals, collectively called tepals, each with the midrib in either the same or a contrasting color. The centermost part of the flower, called the throat, usually is of a different color than the more distal areas of the tepals. Each flower usually has 6 stamens, each with a 2-lobed anther. After successful pollination, a flower forms a capsule. The tawny or fulvous daylily is invasive in some parts of the United States, such as in Wisconsin. People sometimes plant the fulvous daylily and other stoloniferous daylilies, which have underground runners. These kinds can overrun one's garden and can take an appreciable amount of time and effort to confine or remove. Taxonomy. Species. The World Checklist of Selected Plant Families recognizes 19 species as of September 2014. Update. Hemerocallis citrina baroni, China, Japan, Korea, Russian Far East. Hemerocallis koreana Nakai, Japan, Korea, Shandong Province in China. Hemerocallis starayana Shu, Sakhalin Island in Russia. Hemerocallis dumortieri Morin, China, Japan, Korea. Hemerocallis esculentacoides, greater than, China, Japan, Russian Far East. Hemerocallis forestioideals, Sichuan plus Yunnan provinces in China. Hemerocallis fulva orange daylily, tawny daylily, tiger lily, ditch lily, China, Japan, Korea, naturalized in Europe, North America, New Zealand, Indian subcontinent, considered an invasive weed in some places. Hemerocallis hakunensis Nakai, Korea. Hemerocallis hongduensis Mg Chung and SS Kang, Hongdu Islands of South Korea. Hemerocallis lilio asphodelis L. Lemon lily, yellow daylily, China, Mongolia, Russian Far East, Siberia, Kazakhstan, naturalized in Europe and North America. Hemerocallis litria Makino, Korea, Japan. Hemerocallis middendorfi trout EV, and Ca May, China, Japan, Korea, Russian Far East. Hemerocallis minor mill, China, Mongolia, Korea, Russian Far East, Siberia. Hemerocallis multiflora stout, Henan Province in China. Hemerocallis nana WW ed M. and forest, Yunnan province in China. Hemerocallis plicator STAPF, Sichuan plus Yunnan provinces in China. Hemerocallis taraenensis SS Kang and Mjicheng, Korea. Hemerocallis thunbergi Bar, Japan. Hemerocallis yezoensis H. Hara, Japan, Kuril Islands. Two hybrids are recognized. Hemerocallis times Exilus Satek equals H. Fulva var. Angustifolia times H. Thunbergi. Hemerocallis times Phalax literalis Conta and S. Matsumoto equals H. Litria times H. Thunbergi. A number of hybrid names appear in the horticultural literature but are not recognized as valid by the World Checklist of Selected Plant Families. These include H times hybrida, H times ocraluca, H times Stoutian, H times traubara, times traubiana, H times Washingtonia, H times yeldara, times yeldian. Etymology: the name Hemerocallis comes from the Greek words mu epsilon rho alpha, day, and kappa alpha lambda omicron sigma, beautiful. Cultivation: the perfect perennial. The daylily is often called the perfect perennial due to its brilliant colors, ability to tolerate drought and frost and to thrive in many different climate zones, and generally low maintenance. It is a vigorous perennial that lasts for many years in a garden, with very little care, and adapts to many different soil and light conditions. Daylilies have a relatively short blooming period, depending on the type. Some will bloom in early spring while others wait until the summer or even autumn. Most daylily plants bloom for 1 to 5 weeks, although some will bloom twice in one season. The introduced tawny daylily is now common in many natural areas, and some people think that it is a native wildflower. Its non-scientific names include railroad daylily, roadside daylily, ditch lily, outhouse lily, tiger lily, and washhouse lily. Some people have planted this species near outhouses and washhouses, hence two of its non-scientific names. Hemerocallis lilio asphodelis gained the Royal Horticultural Society's Award of Garden Merit. Cultivars: there are more than 35,000 daylily cultivars. Depending on the species and cultivar, daylilies grow in USDA plant hardiness zones 1 through 11, making daylilies some of the more adaptable landscape plants. Hybridizers have developed the vast majority of cultivars within the last 100 years. The large-flowered, bright yellow Hemerocallis Hyperion, introduced in the 1920s, heralded a return to gardens of the once-dismissed daylily, and is still widely available in the nursery trade. Daylily breeding has been a specialty in the United States, where daylily heat and drought resistance made them garden standbys since the 1950s. New cultivars have sold for thousands of dollars, but sturdy and prolific introductions sell at reasonable prices of $20 or less. Hemerocallis is one of the very highly hybridized plant genera. Hybridizers register hundreds of new cultivars yearly. Hybridizers have extended the genus a color range from the yellow, orange, and pale pink of the species, to vibrant reds, purples, lavenders, greenish tones, near black, near white, and more. However, hybridizers have not yet been able to produce a daylily with primarily blue flowers in forms of blue such as azure blue, cobalt blue, and sky blue. Flowers of some cultivars have small areas of cobalt blue. Other flower traits that hybridizers developed include height, scent, ruffled edges, contrasting eyes in the center of a bloom, and an illusion of glitter which is called diamond dust. Sought-after improvements include foliage color and variegation and plant disease resistance and the ability to form large, neat clumps. Hybridizers also seek to make less hardy plants hardier in Canada and the northern United States by crossing evergreen and semi-evergreen plants with those that become dormant and by using other methods. Many kinds of daylilies form clumps of crowded shoots. People dig up such kinds every 3 or so years, separate shoots, and replant only some of the shoots to reduce crowding. This process increases the flowering of many cultivars. In the last several decades, many hybridizers have focused on breeding tetraploid plants, which tend to have sturdier scapes and tepals than diploids and some flower color traits that are not found in diploids. Until this trend took root, nearly all daylilies were diploid. Tets, as they are called by aficionados, have 44 chromosomes, while triploids have 33 chromosomes and diploids have 22 chromosomes per individual plant. Hemerocallis fulva, Europa, fulva, Quansa, variegata, fulva, Quansa kempfer, fulva var, maculata, fulva var, angustifolia, and H. fulva, florpleno, are all triploids that almost never produce seeds and reproduce almost solely by underground runners in dividing groups by gardeners. A polymerous daylily flower is one with more than 3 sepals and more than 3 petals. Although some people synonymize polymerous with double, some polymerous flowers have over 5 times the normal number of petals. Formerly daylilies were only available in yellow, pink, fulvous, and rosy fulvous colors. Now they come in an assortment of many shades thanks to intensive hybridization. They can now be found in nearly every color except pure blue and pure white. Those with yellow, pink, and other pastel flowers require full sun to bring out all of their color. Darker varieties, including red and purple flowers, need shade. Awards. The highest award a cultivar can receive is the Stout Silver Medal, given in memory of Dr. Arlo Bird at Stout, who is considered to be the father of modern daylily breeding in North America. This annual award, as voted by American Hemerocallis Society garden judges, can be given only to a cultivar that has first received the Award of Merit, not less than 2 years previously. The 2014 winner of the Stout Silver Medal is Webster's Pink Wonder, hybridized by Richard Webster and introduced by R. Cobb. A complete list of Stout Silver Medal winners can be seen on the R's website. The following cultivars have gained the Royal Horticultural Society's 2012 Award of Garden Merit. Uses. The flowers of some species are edible and are used in Chinese cuisine. They are sold in Asian markets as gumjam or golden needles or yellow flower vegetables. They are used in hot and sour soup, daylily soup, Buddha's delight, and mushu pork. The young green leaves and the rhizomes of some species are also edible. H. Orange shikar is included in the Tasmanian Fire Service's list of low flammability plants, indicating that it is suitable for growing within a building protection zone.